something that I learned from the trans community and how I feel like, you know, when you're considered a taboo, like being a bald female and like being a trans individual, male or female, man or woman, however you identify yourself. And by no means am I belittling the struggle of the trans community. However, I've noticed a similarity, and that is that both bald women and trans women in particular, because that's where I'm getting my knowledge and my information from, but trans men too, they're seen as taboo. And they're seen as taboo because we live on the outskirts of societal norms, if you will. And it's not okay to say that you are attracted to a bald female or a trans woman and not be met with some stares and questions as to your own sexual identity. You know, for example, I was in, I won't say where, but I was somewhere, and someone said that if you are attracted to a woman with short hair, you know, bald like myself, then that must mean, and they were talking about a male, then that must mean that he is homosexual. And I find that quite interesting because, especially in the world that we're living in now, where sexuality is so fluid. I mean, you can see it with androgynous individuals, with those who identify as pansexual, asexual, bisexual, homosexual, heterosexual. Like it's okay to be who you are. However, we've not reached a point in our society, in our culture, where it's okay to voice it. It's okay to be it, and it's okay to do the things that equate with that lifestyle, but it's not okay to actually say it out loud, which I find quite interesting and quite pathetic. And it's bad for someone like me because I'm often seen as something, I want to say exotic, but at this point, exotic would be a compliment. I'm often seen as something where a release. That's exactly what it is. I'm often seen as a sexual release. Like, no, don't take her in public and don't admit to anything in public. Just like with trans women. Don't tell anyone you're trans, of course, under that. But if you can be a female and let's keep this, quiet and, let me come over to your home and, get my rocks off on a Friday or Saturday night after I've gotten off work, which that happens to me too. Like, people will say in the beginning to me, no, I really respect you and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, well, let's meet up. Let's have a conversation. And all of a sudden it's like, well, I need a video or, let me meet you. Like, I will tell you about this one experience I had. I had been talking to this guy and we finally decided to meet up, right? Because and this whole thing of online dating proves my point. I can't remember one person since I've been shaved bald, one person that has approached me and asked me out on a date, not one. Online, all of a sudden they're fearless and they can say all these things about they need me to shove things up into my vagina in order for me to have a conversation with them, and let's get the sexual stuff out of the way and let me see what you're capable of. Yes, I've gotten those to show them I have to prove something to them in order for them to deem me worthy of continuing communication with them. So anyway, I was talking to this guy and we finally decided to meet up. And I'm like, okay, I got all dressed up and everything like that. And I go out to his car. He opens the door for me. I'm like, okay, this is going good. And then he's parked in under a tree. It's dark. He's parked under a tree. And I'm like, well, where are we going? And he's like, well, we can just sit here. I'm like, well, I don't want to sit under a tree in the dark. There was a club across the street, and I'm like, let's like go into the club, let's go grab something to eat. Well, let's just drive around, I can show you the city. I'm like, okay, so we're talking. And then we go back to the same place and he parks under the tree. And I'm like, so are you planning on, and then when he picks me up, he's not dressed for a date. He's dressed as if he's gonna get a special treat in the car, if you know what I mean. And I'm like, we're meeting for the first time, like, but no, this is what they think, because it's not how you see yourself. And this is the sad part of it. It's not how you see yourself. I see myself as a female that, despite all my issues, I'm choosing to be this way, even though I know, like some people say, you stand out. I'm not choosing to stand out. I'm choosing to be myself. Myself happens to stand out in society. The end, you know? But they feel, well, if you're choosing to live this life, then you must be willing to choose the punishments that go along with it. And it's like, these are punishments that you've inflicted on me because you see me as a taboo, or you see me as something not worthy of walking down the street with in public or something like that. But it's like, they see you as like a sex toy or a sex object. They don't see you as a regular human being, because who walks up to someone and says to them, after you've been talking to them for a while and you think that, okay, I want to meet this person, I want to get to know this person, who would say to them, shove something up your genital area aggressively and then we can continue our conversation? Who does that? But this is what they do, and they see you as something that desperate. Like they say, well, you're living on the outskirts of society, you're a taboo, so like whatever attention you get. Like I actually had this guy say, well, I'm putting in effort. And I said to him, the guy that asked me to shove something up my vagina, I said, well, what are you doing to show me what you're capable of? And you know what he said to me? He goes, well, I'm putting effort into the conversation. I'm giving you my time. And it's like, so you're talking to me, but I need to shove things up. And I'm also talking to him at the same time, but I need to shove things up my vagina. And I need to continue to send these sexual videos in order to show him what I'm capable of. His words, show me what you're capable of, up your game. Up my game. Well, I've already told him that I'm attracted to him, and I've proven it, trust me, through chatting and words and things that we've talked about. And he goes, I'm like, well, we haven't even met, and you want me to send you a video of me aggressively shoving things up my vagina? No. But it's like, you know, well, if I don't give you attention, who else is going to give you attention? I mean, after all, you're a bald female. Who would want you and be proud to walk down the street with you? I mean, and not saying this for self-pity. I'm saying this because majority of the individuals, that's how they see it. Well, you should be grateful or so lucky that someone's paying you attention. No, I shouldn't be, because the type of attention that you're paying me, you're doing it for your self-gratification and for your self-pleasure. You're not trying to please me. You definitely are not trying to respect me. And this is the issue. And it's quite sad because I've given people chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, just like I'm pretty sure many trans women have done, and men. I can't speak on trans males because I don't have the reference. Like I have friends who are trans females, so I have a little toothpaste. And so I can speak on that, but excuse me, I can speak on you know, the struggles of the trans women. I don't want to speak ignorantly on the struggles of the trans male because I don't know. But I can only imagine what they go through. Maybe it's better for them or worse. I have no idea. But they are trans, you know, something that is seen as, you know, a freak, if you will, just like us. Well, why? And then people say to me, well, you know, you can just look normal. But this is my normal. I've said that in other videos, but this is my normal. And it's really sad for me because I realize, like I've said before, but I realize that there's a 97% chance, and I'm saying 90 because I'm trying to hold out a little bit of hope, but that I won't ever have like a respectful relationship. Like, it's almost as if people are saying to you, well, you should just accept your fate in life, that you're going to be looked down upon because you've chosen to be a bald female, and so they just accept it. And it's like, because of a hairstyle, that means I deserve less respect than a woman you would be most proud to walk down the street with. On what? No. But this is what it is, you know, when you're seen as a taboo or when you're seen as, you know, socially abnormal, then they figure they can treat you however they want, they can do whatever they want to you, and you just have to accept it. You know, it pisses me off because, you know, like I said, I'm not just making this video for pity, I'm making it because it's reality. It's like, we are people, bald women, men with long hair, trans individuals, bisexual individuals, asexual individuals, individuals that are shorter than the normal, and I hate that word normal. These are all human beings. They are not put up here to be circus freaks, like, oh, look at them, and I can't stand that. People will see me walking down the street and they'll go, look, 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 look. And it's like, are you serious right now? But that's how I feel. Okay, I have anxiety, so I try to challenge myself and, like, you know, go out, as I've posted my videos about bald brows, bald lips on my other channel, and I try to challenge myself. It's so hard for me to go outside. Like, you know, I was talking to someone about that on YouTube, and they were like, oh, with your anxiety, doesn't it heighten your anxiety? And I'm like, I rarely go outside. Like, at this point, I go outside maybe once a week. And it's mainly because of my head. Because I tried, like, for me to go outside, just me, if I'm just going outside, I don't have an issue with it. Because helps, I made a video about this too, this actually helps my depression. Because I'm accepting who I am. When I look in the mirror, here's a mirror right here, and I'm looking in the mirror right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing when I'm bald. I'm loving it. But I also realize that when I go out with this face on, no, they don't love it. And so I have to put up with their negative energy. And with my anxiety, it doesn't help. So for me, this is what I've chosen to do. I continue to shave my head. I continue to stay in most days. I continue to post my videos. And hopefully in 50,000 years, people will become more intelligent and also not just, you know, because they've gained knowledge, but they will also become more emotionally intelligent and consider other people when they are making these lists of taboos and, you know, people they should demean. There shouldn't even be a list. There should just be you interacting with the energy of others, and hopefully you find someone that understands you and that respects you. Goodbye.